Hi, my name is Anush, and this is a guide on how to pronounce the names of the Senegalese national men's team in the World Cup. I did live in Dakar, Senegal, and I learned Wolof to the point where I was actually dreaming in it. So those are my qualifications. What can be difficult for English speakers when pronouncing Senegalese names is that while the names are transcribed phonetically, they're transcribed according to French pronunciation and orthography, because Senegal was colonized by France. So while the names come from languages such as Wolof, Serer, Jola, and Pulaar, they go through French, and then when an English speaker reads them, you can get tripped up. The most common problem for English speakers is the DI combination, which begins a lot of Senegalese names. So the most common example of this is the name that's spelled DIA, which a lot of English speakers will pronounce as Dia. But in French, DI is pronounced as J. So that name is properly pronounced as Ja. This is true of all the other names that have a DI in them as well, such as Jata, Jalo, Jeng, and Jeju. The next name I'm going to talk about is Sarr, which is written as S-A-R-R. The thing is that in Wolof and Serer, the length of vowels matters. So when properly transcribed from those languages, it actually has a double A. So you want a long A sound in the middle, and then there's a little tongue flip at the end with that R. Sarr. So not Sar, but Sarr. For a name like Cisse, remember that the I has a long E sound. Also, although there's an accent over the E, it doesn't mean that syllable is accented. It just means that you pronounce the E. So the accent actually goes on the first syllable. Cisse, not Cisse, Cisse. A lot of English speakers can be tempted to pronounce this name as Gueye. The difference is actually really subtle. You actually pronounce it way back in your throat in a kind of guttural way. So instead of gay, it's Gueye. Gay versus Gueye. The last example I'm going to go over is probably the hardest for English speakers because you have that initial N followed by a consonant. And again, that DI is pronounced as a J. So this name is pronounced Ndiaye. I hear a lot of Ndiaye, and that's not it. You can hear also that it kind of goes up into your nose. Ndiaye. I hope this pronunciation guide has been helpful, and I really hope that people use it. For folks in Senegal, hearing their names pronounced correctly really gives them a sense of belonging and a sense of being seen, and that's the kind of inclusion that we want more of in the World Cup. So thank you very much, or as we say in Wolof, Jërëjëf.